Family Guy has been farting out episodes for over 25 years. And while we all love the cutaway gags in Stewie's world domination schemes,
It looks as if Puddles has done it again! Goodness, he's wet everything!
the show's animation has had a wilder ride than Peter at a buffet. From its 1999 Scribble Fest to today's slick HD sheen, Family Guy's look has changed more times than Lois's patience with Peter.
Moving again, 'cause of the army?
What? No, we're talking about Joe.
So grab a Pawtucket Patriot Ale and let's break down every time Family Guy's animation went from "what is this garbage" to "ooh, shiny." Picture this. It's 1999. And Family Guy stumbles onto Fox looking like Peter drew it with a crayon in one hand and a beer in the other. The characters had wobbly proportions. Peter's chin was doing its own thing.
Why are there two sets of prices?
Stewie's football head was more like a deflated football, and the colors were flatter than Brian's dating life. It was less polished cartoon and more Seth MacFarlane's art school reject pile. Unlike The Simpsons, which was still rocking old-school cell animation,
But one more incident like the one at the bowling alley and Quagmire is out of this neighborhood.
Family Guy went digital with tools like Toon Boom to fake that hand-drawn vibe. The result? A show that looked like it was animated by interns racing to meet a deadline. You'd get Peter's eyes sliding off his face in one shot,
I don't want to have to live in a house with plastic on the furniture like some Italian family.
then a background character reused so much it felt like Quahog had a cloning problem. Fans on early forums were like,
Bigger letdown than being a Mets fan.
is this a cartoon or a PowerPoint presentation? But let's be real. That janky chaos matched the show's unhinged humor perfectly. It was like watching a train wreck you couldn't stop laughing at. By season 3, Family Guy started to clean up its act. Kind of like Peter after Lois threatens divorce.
I don't care what the other men are getting, you're only getting one.
Lines got sharper, characters stopped looking like they were melting,
Preposterous, I haven't... Oh, there it is.
and backgrounds actually had stuff in them. Not just a sad beige wall, but then BAM Fox canceled the show after season 3, 2002, leaving us all sadder than Brian when he's out of martinis.
Accidents are linked to some kind of midlife crisis.
Cue the comeback of the century. Thanks to wild DVD sales and Adult Swim reruns, Family Guy rose from the dead in 2005 like Stewie's evil clone. Season 4 hit with a noticeable upgrade. Smoother animations, brighter colors, and walk cycles that didn't look like a robot having a seizure. It was like the show went from a flip phone to an iPhone.
When are you coming home? Stewie poop tub.
Some fans loved the polish, but others were like, "Where's my scrappy hot mess Family Guy?" Either way, Quahog was starting to look less like a sketchbook and more like a legit cartoon. Then, hold on to your diapers, Duart. Stewie fans?
Brian, let's do this. Give me a boost.
Because season 9, 2010, flipped the switch to HD,
Got pink Brian is crazy, Brian.
16 by 9 widescreen, 1800p, the works. Suddenly, Quahog wasn't just a cartoon town, it was a freaking Pixar set. Peter's house had shadows and textures, Brian's fur looked petable, and Rupert the teddy bear,
I've been kind of using Rupert as a chew toy.
practically a supermodel. The colors popped like Lois's eyes when Peter blows the grocery budget on a jet ski.
Peter, what are you doing here?
But not everyone was doing cartwheels. Some fans griped on Reddit that the HD look was too corporate. Like Family Guy traded its dive bar charm for a corner office. Still, the upgrade made the show feel modern, like it finally caught up with the 21st century. You could see every wrinkle in Peter's forehead, and trust me, there's a lot.
Sitting out there on a boat yammering to himself. He doesn't even know I'm watching him.
Around seasons 12 to 14, Family Guy got weirdly bouncy, like the animators chugged Red Bull and binge-watched Looney Tunes. Faces stretched like rubber, Stewie's head morphed into shapes that'd make Picasso jealous, and Peter's jaw practically hit the floor during gags.
Thing anybody's gonna remember me for after I die is being that blind guy.
Even background characters were flopping around like they were auditioning for Ren and Stimpy. It was less subtle comedy and more cartoon physics gone wild. Fans were split like Peter's pants after Taco Tuesday. Some loved the Zany energy, saying it made the jokes hit harder. Others were like, calm down, this ain't Animaniacs.
This isn't domestic abuse, this is hilarious.
It wasn't a total style overhaul, but it definitely leaned into wackier visuals, making every episode feel like a sugar rush. By the mid to late 2000s, Family Guy started refining the little things, like Stewie tweaking his time machine.
Hell? You rebuilt your time machine? I thought you swore off time travel because you couldn't stop yourself from altering the past.
Lighting got smoother, shadows looked less fake, and character movements like Brian's sassy head tilt or Lois's eye roll felt more natural. Peter's skin tone warmed up, Stewie's outlines got cleaner, and Quahog's backgrounds had more depth than Chris's snack stash. You wouldn't notice unless you're a nerd comparing screenshots, but these tweaks kept the show from looking like a relic next to newer cartoons. It was like Family Guy said,
I have to, Peter. For me. I love you all.
"We're modern, but we're not selling out yet." Fans on X appreciated the effort, even if most didn't clock the changes while laughing at Peter's latest dumb scheme.
You're taking on the pregnant teenagers from across the lake.
Here's where things get dumber than Peter at a Mensa meeting. In the 2010s, Family Guy decided to mess around with 3D CGI for some cutaway gags. Picture Peter or Stewie rendered like creepy action figures in a low-budget video game cutscene. Smooth plastic faces, lifeless movements, and Quahog looking like a soulless 3D render from a knockoff Sims game. Fans on X were like, "This ain't Family Guy, this is Uncanny Valley Guy."
And all the good people of
The 3D bits were just for quick gags, not a full style change, but they sucked the charm out faster than Quagmire at a singles bar. The sloppy, hand-drawn vibe is Family Guy's soul. CGI just felt like a corporate fever dream. In recent seasons, Family Guy pulled a rare move.
I'm not getting any service. Where are we?
It chilled out. The animators dialed back the Looney Tunes bounce, adding thicker outlines and slower, more deliberate movements. It's not a full throwback to the 1999 sketchy days. Drunk Doodle Peter.
You been drinking tonight, sir?
No, officer. I sat a glass of dinner with my wine.
But it feels closer to the Family Guy we fell in love with. Less like a glossy ad, more like a cartoon with heart.
Oh my God, Dad!
Dad, are you okay?
Think of it as Quahog getting a cozy sweater instead of a Botox injection. Fans on Reddit noticed the shift, praising the hand-drawn vibe and less frantic pacing. It's still HD, still polished,
But let's just move on.
but with just enough roughness to remind you of the show's roots. Like Peter remembering he's a family man between bar fights, Family Guy found its sweet spot. Modern enough to compete.
A secret catalog.
Oh God, dead kittens, dead kittens.
Scrappy enough to feel like home. Family Guy's animation journey is like Peter's life. A mess at first, a little too fancy for a while, but always finding its way back to what works.
Because I'm good at horses?
Wow.
From its crayon scribble start to the HD glow-up and recent return to form, the show's visuals have evolved as much as Stewie's evil plans.
Yes, though I must say I've always dreamed of a life at sea.
Sure, some fans whined that the Polish killed the vibe, but these days, Family Guy feels like it's laughing with us again, not at us. Here's to Quahog looking better than ever, and staying just unhinged enough to keep us hooked. This animation's perfect now, like when I finally nailed my look.